I tell you what, he's going to hell on that one. He's going all the way to hell.
Twang, twang,
He's
twang,
going,
twang.
I had no idea what he was talking about. When
I didn't know your theme song had lyrics, Gerard, until Beaufont typed them out in comments. That's great.
Twang, 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 twang. Everybody now, you know. Hello,
And I
Beaufort.
think, good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. This is Christine, Susan, Jonathan, and Gerard talking another forgotten knowledge, ongoing discussion about the knowledge and the wisdom we've forgotten over time. So, I don't know about you guys, but I tell you what, Jonathan had a post a week ago I've been dying to kind of dig into. And what do y'all think about talking about crop circles a little bit today? What are crop circles?
Right.
Have they been here in ancient times? Are they new? Is it a guy in the UK going around the world with a board and a string making crop circles? Is it alien UFO ships landing? Is it just the corn is upset because it's GMO and it makes its own shapes? And somebody answer, what are crop circles, Mike? Or just is this too far out there?
I've been doing it. It's all me.
Do it.
And drive around the world making crop circles.
It's what?
Says my purpose.
Headlines: Woman from Jersey responsible for
All the crop
decades
circles
long.
ever made.
That makes sense. So Susan gets upset after work and she's like, "Hey, slavery!" And she runs out in the cornfield and makes crop circles.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Santa Claus.
Do you have a lecture about it, Jonathan, about the book about crop circles? Because I never read about it actually.
Yeah.
Just articles, but never like a book.
I actually saw one when I was in England back in 2012. I want to say I was on a train passing through Wiltshire. Wiltshire is the county in England that receives over 95% of all the crop circles in the UK. Yes, Wiltshire County is Avebury, Stonehenge, Silbury Hill. That's where all the
holy places, the
ancient holy places.
Yes.
Are. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But maybe I want to go back for a second though, because Jonathan said something real deep not too long ago, and just posing the question.
Right.
What if they're not what we think they are, right? The popular discussion is it's either aliens or people. What if it's neither?
Right.
Then we have to think.
I think for me, this is just my opinion. But yeah, go ahead.
I have another. It could be Mother Earth itself.
Yeah.
Because she is an intelligent being.
Yes.
She's an intelligent being. So she can do it by herself.
It's the mother and the father. It's the universe that's doing it.
And we have a picture.
It's a manifestation. That's just a possibility. I think it's
a huge possibility, right? I mean, waves make patterns, right?
Yeah.
Waves are energy, right? And if I'm not waves make patterns, but patterns are made in waves, right? Patterns are made in sand. Patterns are made in rock. What if it is a similar type of energy that's coming from the earth or outside of the earth that actually makes these shapes, and we're just, our little monkey minds are just only big enough to think it's either us or it's aliens, but it's something a lot more significant. Like, I was listening to a talk the other night, and I forgot who was talking. I think it was Billy Carson. He talks about the Enuma Elish a lot.
Yeah.
And how the planets are alive, right? The planets have so many, connections, mineral veins, and that when you create so many connections, you create some sort of a conscious mind. And that what if planets do have a form of consciousness, and what if those crop circles are a manifestation of the energy of something we don't understand?
Yes. I mean,
it's art, I think so.
We call it magic, and that label has a whole bunch of associations, past associations with it, some positive, some negative. It's just another way of saying laws of the universe that we have not yet learned and discovered.
Yeah, I think
That's
so
all.
too. But it's art. It's extremely beautiful, and
Yeah.
it's a lot of symbolism what they're trying to tell. So
Yes. Well, like I said to you guys in the warm up, it's like high mathematics. It's like calculus wedded with with sacred geometry and symbolism and complex meaning. So it's like a marriage of the left brain and the right brain. It's like the Gemini Sagittarius pole. You've got philosophy on one end and logic and dialectics on the other. So you've got this fusion, really, this polarity, which is really a unity. Just to put it, in kind of a poetic way. I guess.
What is wrong with the human race? Like, I don't know. When I think about this, and it applies to other things, why do we always need a simple answer for everything? Well,
Right.
maybe the question is, why do we always need an answer? Maybe
also,
we just don't know.
yeah,
We don't have to know.
Like- Maybe we're not even supposed to know.
yeah.
Mhm.
But we always need to have an answer for
Yeah,
everything.
I think-
And those answers-
Yeah, I think
Right.
it's more about feeling and sensing what it wants to tell than about your mental explanation. So,
Mhm.
kind of.
It's a good point.
Yeah,
Both
like,
on.
I would
It's a good
say
point.
more of a knowing than an understanding. Does that make sense? Like we
And
try to
understand-
explain something to understand it instead of just knowing it through our energy, through our intuition, let's say.
And I think most times, Susan, it's understanding that we don't know and we'll probably never know. We do ensure that it's easy.
Yeah, that was a little bit unclear.
Yeah, I didn't get any.
But Gerard, I'm
Right.
going to know one day because I'm going to create my universe one day, and I need to know these things.
He was
Sorry,
driving through a crop circle.
I'm not
You're
letting that
already
go.
creating the universe.
I'm not letting the universe thing go. Tell you, Egyptian Book of the Dead. That's my translation of it. We die, we make it, we get a universe.
Yeah, I don't think it's that simple. I think you need a little bit more humble. I think.
Or you're
Yeah, I
building your universe now. Like, what if
Yes, before you get to that level.
Well,
Yeah.
Gerard,
What
yeah,
if-
go ahead.
No, I'm saying, what if you're building your universe now?
Well, this.
Like
Yeah.
you know what you're manifesting, how you treat people, how you're acting.
Mm-hmm.
If
Right.
you're engaging in light and dark activity, you're slowly creating this universe
Yeah.
that's condemned to your actions or your behaviors.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
What if it's
Yeah.
not at the end? You get this magical. Okay, I'm gonna make a Pandora. You
Uh-oh. Secrets. Secret
Yeah.
language. He's talking.
He's still in
code language.
Pisces.
No,
He's
but
still
it's
stuck
true.
in
We're
Pisces
creating,
deception.
yeah, we're creating actually every day our own universe with our way of acting and thinking. So
Yeah. Yeah.
if we can do that already, all right, we are good to
Yeah.
go. But if that is
Yeah.
not all right, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, we're manifesting all the time. We manifest by our actions. That's how we.
Yeah.
That's how we manifest.
I agree, right? So we can create it here on Earth, right? Like I said, right? Like you think it and then you build it here. So you're manifesting it. That's almost godlike, right? Because it's not there, it's in the ethereal, and then you bring it into the physical. But but I'm saying where like stupid people don't exist and shit. I'm creating that one day.
That's something you can manifest with your legs by walking out in the desert like Gerard is doing. Yeah. Bye.
I manifest.
Yeah.
I cannot live around ignorant people. I had to manifest that.
Yeah, me too.
I only have so much patience, and I gave a good year and a half for people to throw the hell up, and they weren't. And I mean, it's not. I mean, that's not the only reason why. It's just at a certain point in time, I know me. I have a lot of patience, and then that patience is over. You know, I just hope that I'm manifesting. So I think, what if heaven and hell are like creations of you?
Of ours, yeah.
What if you are creating a heaven for you later, or you're creating your own hell?
Yeah.
Like,
I think
that actually.
When you say that, it got a lot of vibrations. I feel like, that's what we do. We create either heaven or hell. And every day we do that.
Yeah.
Every moment.
Every choice.
Yeah.
Every choice we are either choosing now or not now. In other words, to be now in the present or not to be.
Yeah.
To be somewhere else.
But even
illusion
not that far.
Illusion
I
or
would just
reality.
think in our daily actions, in just simple things, you see someone, you be kind, or you be nasty, or you help someone, makes a lot of difference. I mean, I think sometimes people who are really not busy with the spirituality, but are very humble and simple, they're much more higher than we are.
Yes, that's what I was going to say.
Like the people in your town, Gerard, in El Paso, you're so friendly. See how? So that's an example. They're not too much overthinking things. They're kind. They help each other, and that's all you need. And
I was going to say simple. Like, we overcomplicate the shit out of everything.
Yeah.
Out of everything. Like even, I don't know, like at my job today, I'm like, you know, I have a boss, and he has a boss, and then he has a boss, and then there's these other bosses, and I'm like, this is just a waste of money and management. Like, I don't even understand how these people are rich, but whatever. But like, it's like you're overcomplicating everything for no reason. It's like these are simple tasks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like, life is simple. We overcomplicate the shit out of it.
Over administration. If the government is gone and all those big administration that makes billions of dollars, for example.
Right, yeah. You need this person, and then this person needs 5 people, and this person needs 10 people, and it's like, no, you don't. Like, this person does this, and this person does that. Yeah, it makes no sense.
Catch you later.
Oh, yeah, catch you later. But they jacked.
Sorry. I'm in the communal room.
Sorry.
No worries.
But do we have pictures of crop circles? Do we have pictures of crop circles?
Gerard's driving.
I can't hear too much.
Wait a minute. What's wrong?
We couldn't hear a damn thing.
No, Christine said, do we have pictures of crop circles? And I'm like, Gerard's driving, and he's the tech guy.
But his book, Jonathan, you have a book of crop circles,
I'm good, Christine, but that does not end well.
I was going to
say. No, we don't want that.
Like I was trying to explain the other day, I'm 29, and most of my body understands that, but there's certain parts of my body that have not figured that out yet. They're not on task with the rest of me. And if I try to do too many things at once, that's not going to end well. I've seen that story. So it's funny. So we started on crop circles. Oh no, go ahead, Sue.
Okay, I just wanted to say real quick, because we were saying about, like Christine said, Mother Earth, and that's what I was thinking, like the energies from Earth vibrating, making the patterns, right? But I wanted to bring up, because I heard this the other day, and like it was like a wow moment, right? Because so you know how like we're always like God spoke, and then there was like so you had to speak first, it had to be sound, but it's not in the Bible. It's God moved upon the waters, or God's space moved upon the waters. Mm-hmm. And then he spoke, and everything was like, so sound wasn't first, movement was.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And movement causes vibrations.
Oh, and in the creation myth that Tolkien made for Middle Earth, the the angelic beings sang the universe into creation. It was a song. And that is, of course, that idea of sound, of beautiful harmonies manifesting, creating the stars and the planets, is a common theme in a lot of mythology all over the world.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah.
Well, I love the Earth idea and Earth energy, because waves in the ocean are a crop circle. They're just not in a crop field. And waves create all types of patterns that you can see from space. It's just not a crop. So I think energy probably lands on this planet and leaves this planet all the time, and perhaps it does leave patterns that we don't understand. Somebody said earlier in the comment that it's a sunburn, right? That maybe suns are,
It could be. Sun is a big power. They call it Shri Surya, and according to the Vedas, her power of the sun will get stronger and stronger, and also it's the light, and light is also symbol for actually Jesus Christ, and it might be that all these energies working together. Now I forgot what I wanted to say. I missed it.
And it could be graffiti. I don't want to dispel aliens. It could be graffiti. It could be a message, like how we.
It's a message. They're all messages. They're all messages. What is the message?
Why could it be a message being sent?
The messages are complex. They are complex. The mathematical syncretism and synchronicity and complexity of the relationship between the number of spirals, the number of swirls, the number of orbs, the number of spokes in the overall circular geometric formation. It's all connected and it's all symbolic. It's a very complex message.
Yeah, and then going back to the creation, when the divine feminine, and the divine masculine split it, then there was the first sound, and there's the Om sound. And that is how it, because the story is like this: God wanted to see His own creation, because there was only no form before. There was no form, and He wanted to see His own image in the form, and that the creation is always done by the feminine part. So the feminine split it from the masculine, and then this first sound was the Om sound, and then universes were created.
Right.
That's quite,
Yeah. To get back to Conan's point, they call them crop circles just for convenience sake. A lot of them are rectangular. A lot of them are spirals, or other geometric shapes. So they can take a lot of different patterns and forms. Yeah.
They're in circles because they're good. Because remember, Emerald Tablets of Thoth. Moving triangles and straight lines, the bad guys. Good guys moving in curves and circles.
What if every time something powerful happens that the human race should focus on, the first answer is always aliens, to try to make it into a joke of a topic? What if they are messages? What if those messages are from outside of Earth, or the inner Earth, or from Earth itself? But they don't want people focused on that. They want people fighting over whether or not it's two guys in a field with a board and some string, or some aliens, or an alien ship that landed. What if it's a message that people don't try to mathematically break apart? Because Jonathan, I know what you're talking about in terms of the math, right? You have mathematicians that have broken certain messages down from crop circles. But most people don't focus on that, right? It's always this, it's an alien, or it's not. But I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I feel like there's significance to what you said earlier, which is, why is it always a simple, stupid answer, and it's not something much deeper?
Right. Well, You know.
But I also
Go ahead,
But I
The
think
aliens are raising with their masks.
what I think is you were reading about those first native people in America, and they also talked about symbolism, and I think they might have the same kind of experience. So I think So,
in some of the Americas,
because they were also talking about symbolism and by the beauty from the earth and the creation. So I think they might be related. Maybe they are from that period. Trying to bring some more light.
And these were in, White Eagle talks about the wise people, the wise men and women that came and taught. They seeded the mystery schools, and all of this was known at one point, not too long ago, in the mystery schools. This information that we're trying to piece back together was known at one point, and it was a science. Yeah. It was something that they had verified in their own subjective process of becoming, of self-transformation.
Like in the book of initiation, it's the same. They understand the symbolic, and they have to. They go to the temple, and they have to learn to understand it by themselves. So the teaching is quite long and strict. And they have to understand the symbolism of the universe. That's a part of the teaching. Mm-hmm. When she is learning, and then she says, what is the meaning of a triangle? What is the meaning of a pyramid? And she has to find it, and then her mentor will tell later on, and then she's close to it.
Right. Yeah.
But we are so far from that. We don't know anymore.
Mm. Well, so I really think, and I think it has something to do with either astrology or the cosmic impact, comet impact that wiped out Atlantis, because the Native Americans, but all of them have some kind of story. I mean, I know in North America it's the Thunderbird. I'm not sure what it is in South America, but they all have the bird symbol, like the eagle. And then it was big in Rome and stuff too. But it's also carved on the stone pillars at Göbekli Tepe. I don't ever say the name. Right. And there's a constant.
She's frozen.
And then on
frozen.
top of it, I'm frozen.
You were for a minute. What?
Just a minute.
No, just for a minute. What were you saying?
I'm not going to remember the name of it, but it's a temple in India that begins with a KH. And
right.
And on top of it is this big, huge zodiacal wheel, right? But instead of Aquarius, it's replaced by an eagle. So there's a constellation in the sky called Aquila, and I think that has some significance being on top of the zodiac in the temple in India. And because I'm breaking truths and matrix, that's why they're they do it all the time.
Your FBI agent loves you.
Shit. Right. So but anyway, and because it's on the Göbekli Tepe, and then the Native Americans have the Thunderbird, I really think, because it comes with, that bird always comes with lightning. So I don't know what happens, but I think it has something to do with the constellation Aquila. There's something coming from that area.
Very, very possible. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I was actually looking at some of the symbolism of Aquarius a few days ago. Aquarius is also the water bearer.
Yeah.
And we're moving from Pisces into Aquarius.
But,
let me finish my point. So, it's the Aquarius is the water bearer. It's an air sign. But what's in the jar? Pisces.
I tell. No. What's in the jar is the Kundalini. It's a Tao. That's the time. Actually, we're going to the time when we can all be connected to the divine, inner stream, the Kundalini. It's called Kundalini. It's more easy to say, and that is the water. The Kumbha is represented as our body, and in the water is coming out, so it's flowing. So our energy is flowing freely. And that is actually the point to grow in Aquarius. If that is not flowing, you will not make it in the time. It's just that's why so many people, they are vaccinated or whatever. They block that energy anyhow. So that should be flowing. That's the Kundalini, and that's the new age. But everybody should be connected to that cosmic energy again, because we are blocked from it. Most people are still blocked from it, and that makes it and. That is what. Therefore, Aquarius is a very auspicious sign if you're, because they have that intuition most of the time more strong. They have Uranus, which is much more picking up the frequencies and the higher knowledge.
Yeah.
About everything, technology, then positive or negative. But then for more the spiritual growth, it's like the intuition. Yeah, more the pure, the clean water, I would say. But
yeah, I heard it described as it's a man and he's like pouring water over the earth, right? So it's like he's cleansing the earth and pouring abundance onto the earth, like, and because it's a man, it's for humanity. So it would be like abundance and cleansing of humanity.
Yeah, it is. It's a cleansing also, and that's actually already happening, kind of. So we're in that time.
God, how horrible is it that we're like, we're in a calling.
Yeah. Well, the calling hasn't really started yet. The apocalypse, the revealing has to happen before that happens, and we're in the middle of that right now. I mean, things are being revealed. Definitely, things all over are being revealed, and I really think that the universe is not going to put up with this bullshit. It's going to take a hand and say, no, let's take the lid off, and everyone sees what's inside of the rotten thing. Right there, you go. These are the parasites. This is what has been ruling this place. And of course, it'll happen on a macrocosmic and a microcosmic level.
But the thing is, sorry, that's true.
Go ahead.
But if we say if we can say no, we will get help. But we are compliant.
Yeah, right. Mm-hmm.
Everything is revealed, and people still go along with it. Everything is like in the open, and we all conspire. Right.
Well, and also we're in Saturn retrograde now, aren't we?
Saturn in retrograde? Yeah, Saturn also. Yeah.
Saturn is in retrograde.
Chiron, Jupiter.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So with Saturn in retrograde, it's like the universe is handing out report cards all over the place. It really is. It's like, okay, you pass this, you get to go on to the next. No, F, repeat. That kind of thing. It feels to me like that kind of energy is going on. In the world, I think. Anyway, for whatever that's.
We still, Yes? Ja, kom maar even. Nee, kom maar.
Heb je geen warm watercompress misschien?
Oh, warm watercompress.
Weet je wel, normaal voor je voeten in je bed als je het koud hebt.
Ladies and gentlemen.
What was that?
My bathroom's being redone, and Gerard is on the road in the middle of nowhere. Yeah. So much for organization.
I don't know. I think he's listening.
Yeah. Truth is no longer hidden, and people are hiding from the truth. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. They're just hiding. They're not going to be able to hide. They're just not going to be able to hide.
No, because they're sending out them door-to-door vacciners now.
And then of course, if they're not stopped, then the next thing will be gun confiscation and onward. So it's
right.
It's all of it. Yeah. I mean, we know what they're doing because they're predictable. They're predictable because we know what their goal is. They're single-minded. They're so shallow in their thinking. They're so single-minded. They want power. It's like, When you see that, it's like it's easy to predict what they're going to do next. It just is because they have one focus. They're not complex. Their methods are complex, but once you know what their goal is, you can extrapolate the possibilities, and it gets narrower and narrower the closer they get to their goal, which is total power.
Yeah. So. To power and destroy us. Actually, they want to destroy most of us.
Yeah, they do.
But and they have the tools.
Our soul energy. I wonder. I bet you there's some kind of direct link. Like if we get plugged into the AI, it just constantly feeds them or something. They feed off energy. I don't care what. They understand energy on a way better level than we do, and somehow it feeds it to us because all this is so not necessary and so unnatural that they have to be some kind of weird energy feeders. Reptilians, whatever you want to call them, but it's not. I don't understand it. You know what I mean? And like, I just don't understand either. Because as a human being, if I found like those ancient texts that explain to me how to use energy and manipulate energy, and I wouldn't do it to hurt people. So I don't understand. I don't think they're human.
Yeah, well,
that's just the way it is.
Yeah, their intent is to harm. Just is. Mm-hmm. Their intent is to harm.
They want to destroy.
And this is it, because how do you truly judge? How do you truly discern? You discern by actions, not by words, not by propaganda, not by what people say, but by what they do. And it's true for this entire realm. Mm-hmm. Look at what governments actually create. What they actually do.
They don't create their own parasite.
Yeah, well, they destroy. And that in itself is a message. Pay attention to what people do, not what they say.
Yeah. Words, deeds are more important than words.
Mm-hmm. Yes, always. Mm-hmm. Well, and that's Jesus. By their fruits shall you know them. In other words, that's how you spot a false prophet. Someone that talks the talk, but does not walk the walk.
Yeah. That's like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they want to play for God. Actually, they think. I mean, it's like from the dark energy, but they never can because they're absolutely not creative. They only can destroy.
They can't. They can't create. They have to twist everything. They only twist things and destroy them. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And that's their biggest frustration. Actually, that's why they are full of anger and hate and whatever. Right. Because they cannot create one single flower. Like my guru says, all those extremely high techno, whatever it is. Can they do a flower? No. Can they create a living leaf? Can they?
No.
No, you can't at all. Nobody can. So, if we don't humble down for this divine energy, they will. We will go. We will get destroyed too. It's like.
If you think about, even if they do the experiments, like, animal human hybrids or whatever, they're still taking from something already alive. They're not creating life.
No, they never create life. They're only dead. Yeah. That's why they're called zombies. That's why they're zombies. Right. Yeah, they create dead code. Yeah. That is actually quite because if they're like after their 5th or 6th vaccine, they're totally zombies. So they only can react on AI probably.
Yeah,
if they're not dead.
Well, do you guys remember the? Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead and finish.
Yeah, the last thing I want to say. That's why they are called in the Bible the living dead. There's a sentence about in the Bible the living dead.
Right. So. If you guys remember the '80s Oliver Stone film Wall Street with Gordon Gekko, that Michael Douglas played him, and at one point in the movie he's smoking a cigar, and he says to Charlie Sheen's character, "I don't create. I own." That sums it up right there.
Exactly.
That sums it up. That sums up their attitude. I don't create, I own.
Yeah.
They don't make anything. They don't build anything.
Nothing. They use our
creation,
inspiration.
They use our creativity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
So Gerard died.
I don't hear the car noises anymore.
Yeah, but it still works. I think because
he's probably there.
Yeah.
A lot of background noise for him.
So
I'm sure.
Yeah. So crop circles are interesting. It was nice point of views.
Mm-hmm. Right. So do we want to take a few chapters from the I Ching, or no,
Yes.
the Tao Te Ching. Okay,
Yeah, we
good.
call it the
a few
I
months
Ching here.
Yeah, that's
The itching?
well, that's
I will show the book. We have like this.
yes.
This
The
one.
I Ching is the
Itching.
Yeah, this one.
it's actually I'll type it in. Well, I'll type it in the comments afterwards.
This is the
Yes,
book.
I Ching. Yeah, it is an oracle. It is an oracle like the Tarot. It is the ancient Chinese oracle.
Open it.
Yes, it is composed of 64 different hexagrams. 64 being the number of possible combinations for either a yin or a yang line, and each hexagram is built of 6 lines. And the ancient oracle has existed for 5,000 years. We do not know its origins. We do know that Confucius wrote volumes of commentaries on it. Also, as well, it's used by the Confucians, the Taoists, the Buddhists. It's
They
used
were
by
enlightened,
all over the
Confucius.
all over
was the
over that.
enlightened. I thought
It's a tool for self-development, just
But
like the
it's
Tarot is. It's a tool for self-development. Go ahead.
excuse me, is it not Confucius who wrote it, or is Lao Tse?
No. We actually there is no consensus among sinologists, Chinese scholars. They don't know.
Okay.
It goes way back though. It goes back 5,000 years. The origins of it do. So yeah. Anyway, I've talked. I did a tutorial on using and consulting the I Ching probably over a year ago now. That was one of my first lives that I do. I'll actually repeat that. A tutorial because people think that oracles are about fortune telling or about predicting the future.
Yeah, true.
They're not. They're about looking at yourself. They're about self-examination and self-scrutiny.
Balance.
And using them as tools for your own growth and development, and showing you showing you both the good and the bad.
The same is with tarot. It's
about the
always a
present.
masculine and a feminine in the cards.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah,
and
it's
it's always
balanced.
how far are you out of balance or not.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, in the I Ching, everything is either yang or yin, masculine or feminine. And everything that manifests out of the I Ching is a combination of masculine and feminine. Is a blend. Some hexagrams are primarily feminine, and some are masculine, and some are balanced. And there's a lot that could be said, because this is a tradition that goes back 5,000 years, and the collected wisdom on it. People spend their lifetime studying that stuff, and never master all of it because it's just rich and deep, and it goes way back. So yeah.
Okay. Wait.
I've been using it. I was taught it by my teacher, who received it from his teacher, Alan W. Anderson at San Diego State University, and I've been using the I Ching for 32 years. So anyway, do we want to go? Yeah, go ahead.
2 quick questions. Wait, that's the other board. Never mind. There's another book. I have it and I can't find it. I can't see it on my shelf right now, but damn it. The Way of the Tao, or the Tao, is that the same thing?
Yeah, actually, the Tao Te Ching.
There are many kind of explanations.
Yes, the translation of Tao Te Ching means the study of the way and its power.
Yeah.
Right, but what I'm saying is, I have a book called The Way of the Tao or something, and it's like literally, it's like what, 100 pages maybe. I'm saying it's the Tao Te Ching, whatever itching thing, the same as that.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So, do you have that book? Can you show it to me?
I don't see it on my shelf. That's why I wish I had it.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, but there are many different kind of explanations of the Tao and the Way of the Tao by different authors.
Yeah.
So that's interesting.
It's really simple. The one I have is really simple. Like it's perfect in my opinion, and it's basics of how to live, 80 steps or something. It's I don't know. I wish I had it.
There are as many translations of the Tao Te Ching as there are of the Bible, and a lot of translations are there's this with the Bible, with the Greek, it's kind of set in stone. But with the ancient Chinese, it's pictograms. So there's much more room for interpretation there. Translating it into English, so you kind of have to read a few of them, and the Tao Te Ching is short. Yeah. It's easy. You can pick it up. Yeah.
Okay, it's probably the same thing.
Yeah, it probably is, Sue. It probably is. There are, it's basically it's like there's 81 poems. They're called chapters, but they're really poems, So yeah, and they're short. They're really short. And you can sit and read one and just meditate on it for an hour at a time. And, just think about it, yeah. Yeah.
But this is then the original one. It's more difficult to explain. I mean, you have the 64 hexagrams.
Yeah.
Okay. See, the one I have doesn't have hexagrams or anything like that in it.
Right. That's the I Ching. This is the Tao Te Ching. So, yeah.
Yeah, but they're linked to each other. I think they're linked.
Yes, definitely. I'm sure that Lao Tzu used the I Ching. Yeah. The I Ching is older than Lao Tzu is.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah. Let me just read one, and then we can talk about it, or two. Maybe we'll read two.
Yeah, that's a whole. Two.
Right. So this is number 7. Heaven lasts long, and earth abides. What is the secret of their durability? Is it not because they do not live for themselves that they can live so long? Therefore, the sage wants to remain behind, but finds himself at the head of others, reckons himself out, but finds himself safe and secure. Is it not because he is selfless that his self, with a capital S, is realized?
Yeah.
I mean, Christine, you know this. This is right in line with Advaita Vedanta. With non-dual Hinduism.
Yeah.
Not
doing, and by that how did they say it?
Yeah. Not doing, and yet nothing is left undone.
Yes, that's a wonderful expression. Don't go to the mountain, let the mountain come to you. So. Yeah, it's like you try all to do the effort, but actually you have to let it, let actually the divine in you act, and you never act wrong.
Yes.
And our ego always does the wrong thing most of the time.
and elsewhere in the Tao Te Ching it says, know the masculine, but keep to the feminine, and be the stream of the world. So before the absolute, before the mother and father, we are all children. The universe has the first move. Our souls are all feminine. Because, like Socrates says, I move not without the knowledge of the divine. I wait for the divine. I am led by the divine. If that makes sense. Yeah.
So, and then that's patience and inner feeling, like really sensing, sensing your intuition, actually.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Right. It's and listening to your intuition.
Yeah.
If we could only listen to our damn intuition.
Our ego is shouting all the time.
It's what's that?
I listen to mine most of the time.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't. Well, I used to not to.
Right.
That's why I'm working at Home Depot, but I listen to it now.
Well, I mean, that's why we're here is, we make mistakes, and the mistakes that we've made are there to teach us lessons, Well, I didn't listen to my intuition that time. Now that, that lesson, didn't work out, or didn't, I didn't get the promotion in the job, or, I didn't, I chose to go attend the wrong college, or whatever, and that's a learning experience. It's, and it's never too late to start learning.
No.
It's never too late to start.
Never. You learn till your life.
Yeah. Yeah, whether you want to learn or not, you're going to learn something along the way.
Right. Right, definitely. Well, yeah, unless you would just want to keep getting clubbed over the head by the universe because you're just repeating the same stupid shit all over again, which is what we're doing on a collective basis. You know, as above, so below, as within, so without.
Yeah.
We just don't, you can't figure out that if we don't take responsibility for our own sovereignty, someone else will. So, you know, a government will come and tell you what to do. And, you know, what applies on the macrocosm applies on the microcosm as well, you know? So anyway,
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to read another one or
that was
good?
the whole thing? Yeah, see, it's the same book because that's what my book is like.
Oh, really? There. Yeah. I mean, that was just
like
chapter
something
7.
different.
That was 7.
Yeah.
And yeah. Okay. Here's 8. The highest form of goodness is like water. Water knows how to benefit all things without striving with them. It stays in lowly places, loathed by men, and therefore it comes near the Tao. In choosing your dwelling, know how to keep to the ground. In cultivating your mind, know how to dive in the deeps. In dealing with others, know how to be kind and gentle. In speaking, know how to keep your words. In governing, know how to maintain order. In transacting business, know how to be efficient. In making a move, know how to choose the right time. If you do not strive with others, you will be free from blame. That's a good one, I think. It's also full of a lot of practical wisdom.
Yeah.
And
humbling down, always try humble down, keep low, don't act, let
right.
You know.
Well, that's one of the key messages of the Tao Te Ching is you know, don't get a big head.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. It's all water, and we live in a society of all fire. Everything is fire, on fire,
fire and air,
and symbolic.
You know, and you know, it's all the parasites have a brain connected to a belly. There's no chest. They do not care. As to use Mark Passio's terminology, they have forgotten the hidden 8th principle of natural law, which is care. What do you care about? Do you care about others, or are you just completely absorbed in yourself?
Yeah.
And of course, the elites are completely absorbed in themselves. They're just a head and a belly. They just have hunger and they eat. That's it. And they're not human. They're not human. Right. They don't have, well, you know, and they don't have chests. They don't have chests. They're disconnected from their limbic system. They have no limbic system.
No, they're smart. They know shit.
Right. They know shit, and they are calculative, and they simply calculate the best way to get what they want. They're completely egoic.
Is it not what they say? The devil is extremely intelligent, yet
clever, calculative. He's clever, but he's not deep. He's shallow. He's so shallow. Why?
But he will get, by his own doing, he will fall in his own trap. I mean, that's what the angels.
Yes.
It's like the art of war they use.
Right. Well, you know, in Aikido, you know, the martial artist flows like water. It's very Taoist. Aikido is a very Taoist martial art form. The martial artist lets the opponent come to them and just steps out of the way, and their opponent falls on the mat because their opponent is charging full of you know, anger, or you know, they got a knife, they're going to come at you, and they just step out of the way and they just collapse on the ground behind them.
Yeah.
And that's
using
very Taoist.
Their energy to conquer them.
Using their energy to conquer them.
Yeah.
And the last line of the Tao Te Ching says to the sage, I'll just read it. Here we go. Here we go. Glasses again. The way of heaven is to benefit, not to harm. The way of the sage is to do his duty and not to strive against anyone. That's it.
Yeah.
Do no harm. Do no harm. Yeah. So anyway, I just shut down the conversation.
No,
Okay,
it's
right.
yeah. What else
Yeah.
can we talk about?
Right. Right.
I can read the hexagram. I opened the I Ching, and most of the time
Which
it is
one did you open to? Which one did you open to?
62. If you have it, then because 62
Preponderance
is
of the small. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But-
Preponderance of the small.
But you have it with you because I have to translate.
I'll go
in
get mine.
English.
I'll go
And,
get mine. I'll be
yeah.
right back. Yeah, I know exactly where it is. I'll be right back.
Too subtle.
Hi, Christine. This is unorganized. Yeah.
This,
Oh.
yeah.
Astrology Friday, guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
Astrology
Oh.
Friday. Yeah. Our
Yeah, we're
schedule
doing full
is.
moon in Leo, right?
Yes. Is it already Leo's Friday?
No,
Yeah,
20,
maybe.
the
Oh,
22nd is Leo this year. So
And
any
you're-
time born on the 22nd this year is the Leo.
Yeah, and then you're the 23rd.
Yes.
Yes, I
1
remember.
degree Leo. I'm a baby lion.
Okay.
Yeah.
I act
Yeah,
like one.
but hey, the first degrees are strong and the last also. So, no.
Okay.
That's
Right,
right.
I'm gonna start a revolution. Build my own
Yes.
business.
So, Christine, you got 62.
Yeah.
Did you ask a question of the
No,
oracle?
I was just
Okay.
about this. I had this,
Really?
we all in mind.
Yeah.
This.
Okay. Good.
Okay, ask it if we're all gonna die.
I could do that.
Yeah, that's another one. No, we never die. We are frequency, it will tell.
You gotta spell it right. Gone, die. GAWN.
Yeah.
Right. All right. Okay. All right. So, hexagram 62. I'm gonna hold it up to the camera here, and
Yeah.
so you guys can see the image. Let me see if it's there. There we go. That's it right there. Okay. Now, the there's also a Chinese character for it. You can see it.
Yeah.
Let me get closer there. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, that is a bird in flight. Okay. So this hexagram is Shao Kuo, which is preponderance of the small. Okay. There is a time of transition. Yeah, we're in a time of transition, definitely.
Yes,
A time of transition must be made, but without going too far. Well, we've talked about revolutions before in our conversation, and we talk about revolutions that do go too far, right?
Yeah.
When one has the trust of all of the people and the creatures, one sets them in motion. Hence, there follows the hexagram of preponderance of the small, which signifies a time of transition. Okay. Now, in the I Ching, with every hexagram, each hexagram has a judgment text and an image text, as well as others. Like the sequence text talks about the previous hexagram, 61 in this case, and then the transition from 61 to 62, and so on, because they are a sequence. They're a sequence, kind of like the major arcana. They're numbered. So you go, for example, from the strength card to the hermit to the wheel of fortune and so on. There's a progression there, a spiritual development. So 62, the judgment text of 62, preponderance of the small means success. Perseverance furthers. Small things may be done, but great things should not be done. In other words, small things mean the individual, character development, the individual, the microcosm, small things, not the macrocosm, not the external world, the internal world. Small things may be done, great things should not be done. The flying bird brings the message. So this is about messages. It's about communication. It's about messages from spirit as well. Spiritual messages. It is not.
I need to learn how to speak Chinese because that's what's happening in America.
Yeah. Right. So the flying bird brings the message, it is not well to strive upward. It is well to remain below. Great good fortune. Now, what that reminds me of, now, you two know the legend of Daedalus and Icarus, right? Icarus was Daedalus' son, and Daedalus was trying to escape from the tyrant in Crete. He was the guy that built the labyrinth, right? Where the Minotaur was. And Daedalus wanted to get out of there because the king was a tyrant. And Crete is an island. So he built wings. He built wings for him and his son to fly to freedom. And he warned his son that if you fly too high to the sun, the wax holding the wings together will melt and the feathers will fall out and you'll fall to your death in the sea. And of course, that's what Icarus did. He flew too high to the sun. He flew too high to the yang. He should have stayed humble. I think that's what the Daedalus and Icarus myth means. It means keeping your modesty, keeping your head grounded, you know, that kind of I think there's probably a lot of other meanings as well. But that is also reflected here, you know. Don't fly too high because the image is a bird. It's a bird. And of course, you know, birds are also are messengers of the gods, messengers of spirit. Definitely. So that's the judgment. The commentary on it, the small lines, the yin lines preponderate. There's 4 yin lines and 2 yang lines in the center. So there's 2 solid, firm yang lines in the center, and then above it, 2 yin lines. Yes, it is. It's very good. Flexible. Yeah, indeed. So to be furthered in transition, because it is a time of transition, by perseverance, because a time of transition is tough. We all know that, right? This shit is tough right now. The energy is intense. We're all feeling it, and it sucks. To be furthered in transition by perseverance, this means going with the time. The yielding attains the middle. Hence, good fortune in small things. Now, what they mean by that is that the yielding attains the middle in each half. Each hexagram is composed of an outer trigram or an upper trigram and a lower trigram or an inner trigram. And when the yin attains the center, which is where the yin belongs, in the center, and the yang belongs outside in the world, on the exterior. When this happens, good fortune, it says.
Yes.
This means going with the time. The yielding attains the center, the middle, hence good fortune in small things.
And small steps,
Yes, indeed. Small things, small steps. Small, like we said just a little while ago, making the right choices every day, daily, you know? Am I gonna sit around on the couch and eat Cheetos all day? Or am I going to go work in the garden? Or am I going to go read that book? Or am I going to go write in my journal? Or I'm going to go meditate for, 45 minutes? Choices like that. Those are the choices that build us every day, build our character. So the hard has lost its place and is not in the middle. Hence, one should not do great things. The hexagram has the form of a flying bird. The flying bird brings the message. It is not well to strive upward. It is well to remain below. Okay. So there's also an image text. Okay. And this shows, and this is a meditation on the image, the visual image of the hexagram, which is a bird. Okay. Thunder on the mountain, because the 2 trigrams that make up 62, the top one is the image of thunder. And the image of thunder is like a cup.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. And the image of mountain is like a cup that's turned upside down. So you have 2 cups.
Oh, yes.
You have 2 cups there. And they're like resting on top of each other. Okay. So
it's balance. It's good balance.
Yes, indeed, balance. Thunder on the mountain, the image of the preponderance of the small. Thus, in his conduct, the superior person gives preponderance to reverence. In bereavement, in loss, he or she gives preponderance to grief. In his spending, he or she gives preponderance to thrift. So everything, it's like the Greek maxim, nothing in excess, everything in proportion.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully that makes sense. And then of course there are 6 lines, and in the I Ching, if you actually throw the coins and ask a question, you will most often get changing lines, and so the hexagram will change to a new hexagram, and that indicates a transition. And what's important is to read the individual lines that are changing, because they will address your specific situation that you're asking about much clearer, much more specifically. Yeah. Good.
Yeah, good. It was actually nice. Good explanation.
Thanks. I actually, I do a daily meditation. I ask the oracle for my rule of right action for every day in the morning. Mm-hmm. You throw the coins, and then it's like meditation. Mm-hmm. There are so many different ways to meditate, but meditation is looking at yourself. That's the bottom line. That's just looking at yourself. That's all it is.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Great.
Yeah. Okay. We're missing our.
We're at an hour. What's that?
I was going to say meditation's looking at yourself and then letting go of yourself, I think.
Yeah. Well, and I think that process happens naturally. I don't think we have to do it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because me, when I'm at this, that's not me.
Well, it's attachment. Ego, ego is, we all have an ego.
Yeah, true.
What we're attached to is the idea, the persona, the mask that we wear that's in front of the ego. And that is what needs to be looked at.
Yes.
That's what needs to
know thyself, and know thyself.
Know thyself. Know thyself. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's a lifetime task.
Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Whatever changes in ourselves, the outside changes automatically. When we are changed inside, the environment will change too.
Right. Yes. Well, it must follow, right? If we change within, we don't have to do anything.
On the outside,
our external world changes naturally because they're connected.
Yeah.
They're connected.
That's like creation. When we go back in the beginning, create our own universes. Yeah. Kind of, yeah. So I hope you could listen, Gerard, but
send us a sign that you're still there, Dad. Where is he?
He's looking at crop circles.
He's probably caught in a spiral. He's probably caught in a spiral. He's making a crop circle right now with his car. Anyway. Yeah. Oh gosh.
Oh, wait. Phew. Do you want me to? All right, let me send him a message. Because he was breaking up.
Yeah, but I think you listen. Yeah, I think. Oh, there he is.
Is he there?
Him?
Oh. No. Yeah, I think he has no connection. I think. Mm-hmm.
Yes, because that's the benefit of StreamYard. So, if I run it right, and then I get cut off for some reason, it'll still run. Even though
right.
Connected.
Right. Nobody there.
Bullshit. And they all just hack our shit. And then they all act like, oh no, you need all the security so people don't steal your information. It's like, dude, you can do everything. And then you're acting like you can't do nothing.
For a low price of $89.99 a year. Yeah, right.
I seriously, this Matrix shit, today, I was like, that's it. I'm leaving. I'm running into the woods, and I'm changing my name, something you can only pronounce through interpretive dance, because I've had shit.
There he is.
There he is. Yeah. How you doing, Dad?
And hey,
there he is.
I
see him. There he is. Who do we see? I see somebody. There he is. Life is an adventure, people.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Just live it. I just had an adventure. I'm not going to go into it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, That's my life. I always have adventures. So
White
no,
privilege?
huh?
Was it a white privilege adventure?
It was a white car, not privilege.
Oh.
Oh yeah. Oh, I hope you didn't have an accident also. No.
No. It was a white car, not privilege. It's a not supremacist white car that I had to deal with. It's a rental, but we won't go into the details. I'm sorry, we're in the middle of a discussion. Or did you guys just wrap up?
Were you listening?
We're wrapping up, I guess.
Okay, yeah. Well, I don't know.
Yeah, we thought,
Listen, we're boring as shit. He's like, I'm out of here.
No, it was good. I was listening. It was good. I was listening.
Okay,
I was
good.
putting the comments. You can tell I'm here because I'm putting the comments up.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
See, because
I
you
thought-
know tricks
right.
and stuff. I don't. I feel like you might have put it on like every 30-second
Yeah.
spin
Yeah.
thing or something.
I just thought that shit had a mind of its own. You know, it's probably just AI
Yeah.
or something.
It does.
Yeah, but it's
Sometimes
really
it don't, but it does.
it's a kind the AI. Yeah, it's really sometimes you think about something and it's it's kind of creepy sometimes.
So did we decide what crop circles are? Because I heard you got into the topic.
No, I don't think you can determine what they are.
My monkey brain needs an answer now. Somebody tell me, somebody who's never seen a crop circle, exactly what it is.
Monkey man, you're becoming a human. You don't need to know.
Yeah.
Hello. You don't
need to know.
need to know.
You don't
It's
need
so
to know.
simple. You know,
Right.
how simple would life be if we went to every engagement like, you know what? I want to figure it out, but 90-some% of the time, we're not actually going to figure it out. And everybody in the conversation is going to pretend that they figured it out. And you just accept that, no, we're not going to figure it out. Let's just talk about it. Let's throw some ideas on the board and just be happy with whatever the result is, but knowing that we're just too immature in technology, intellect, and wisdom to really understand how any of this works.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We don't.
And, you know, and it's something that Beaufont keeps saying. We have an innate need to be a know-it-all.
Yeah.
We have an
But
innate
that's
need
just,
to know. We don't need to know. We don't need to know. Because if we're really honest with ourselves, we can't know stuff like that. What we can do is study the message. Study those crop
I think
circles.
sends it. I think that's
Exactly.
more. It's a message from light, I
Exactly.
think.
It is.
There we are.
It's a message from the universe.
Learn as much as you can. Share it humbly with your friends and family and people in your circle. Hand down what we think is probably the likelihood to the next generation, humbly, and leave it at that. I think that's probably my annoyance with Facebook nowadays. It's not Facebook, it's just social media in general, is that you have so many people who know every damn thing.
Yeah.
Huh?
And then tell you about it.
What?
You're targeting social media. It's really people.
No.
Well, some
Social
of them
media is not people.
Some of them
No.
are.
No. We're striking that from the record. Social media is not people. These are avatars. These are not people. People don't talk like this in real life. People here, they create these little fantasy lives and fantasy like egos and toughness and everything. I watch people here talk, and I'm just a good example. I watch what people say, and I'm gonna say something y'all probably not gonna like it, but I'm in DC area, and we handle things a little differently back then. And I'm watching the stuff that people are saying to other people, and I'm just like, you know what? If you did that to me, and you said that to me, and you weren't like, I would break your jaw. And
Say
I
it again, Gerard. You broke up. You broke up. Say it again.
I shouldn't. I'm not gonna say it again. I shouldn't have said it the
Yeah, I
first
know
time.
what you mean.
I think we knew what you meant. Yeah, I think we did.
Well, people they act like they're protected by their avatar, and you're not, because number one. Am I breaking up?
No, you're here.
I'm breaking up.
You're good. You're good.
Oh, okay. I thought y'all sounded like Max Headroom for a second. I'm like, yeah. So, but I get your point, Susan. I know what you're saying, but these are not people. because these people don't act like this in public. These people are jerks online.
No,
they know
cowards.
it online because Gerard can't reach out and break your jaw. That's why.
They're cowards.
No, I'm just kidding. I would never do that. No, actually, I would do that, but not me. When I was a kid, when I was immature and stupid, violent answers were the solution. It's just, these aren't people. You know, these aren't people, and the level of respect. And I hate to do a soliloquy real quick, but I am going to do a soliloquy real quick. Act like you got some damn sense, people. Act like you got some sense. Focus on yourself. Focus on yourself, because you never know who you're actually going to meet in public. You never know who you're going to run into. This world is actually a very, very, very small place. Be very cognizant of the people you act like an ASS to, because you never know who they're friends with. You never know who knows who. You never know who you might actually run into one day, and you'll have a very bad day. You may never know who you might need one day, right? We need to somehow get people back in a space of being grown adults and stop being ignorant, little petulant, petty children. And I'm going to stop there, because I don't like to do that. I hate to try to tell people any damn thing, because I don't know anything myself. It's just, but karma is what it is.
Yep.
And people don't seem to understand that. They think that they can do things and it doesn't come back to them. Everything you do will always come back to you. And it may not even be in this lifetime. Like we were talking about earlier, you manifest heaven and hell in this lifetime, the next, and all right, I'm off. I'm getting off my podium.
There is no escaping causality. There is no escaping the consequences of your actions.
Yeah, everyone.
And because it's online, doesn't make it any different. Resonate beautiful things. Help people. Love people. Look out for people. Try to do the right things at all times. And know that you're going to screw up. Know you're going to make a mistake. Know you're going to get emotional and fall into that ignorant space that we all do. And when you do, pick yourself up, apologize, and go back to being a grown-up, right?
Every one of us is a damn fool. Every single damn one of us is a jackass.
Amen.
And to point the finger at other people is so average. It's so...
Yeah, and if you make a fool of yourself, then who cares, right? Because
exactly.
Yes, because Gerard makes a fool of himself every damn day. It's a daily thing for people. Daily!
I admit it.
You know? I trip over my shoelaces. I'm the clumsiest person I know. I make a fool of myself all the time. You know, you laugh at yourself, laugh at your situation, pick yourself up, and move on.
Right.
You know, so there you go. My soliloquy is over, and that wasn't a true soliloquy because y'all stepped aside with. Jonathan knows what a soliloquy is. Christine, Susan, you know.
Yeah. Actually, I've got some Shakespeare right here. So I'm working on the Merchant of Venice. So I'll eventually do a cast on the Merchant of Venice. But soliloquies. Those are the word soliloquy, Gerard, means conversation with yourself.
Right, and it was
meditation. That's meditation.
Yes, y'all was in my head. So.
Yeah, but conversations with yourself can also be misleading.
Of course.
I think every conversation with myself is misleading. Every last one of them. All of them. I don't know how people.
That's why it takes a long time to learn how to be honest with yourself, how to spot the ways that you lie to yourself, that you cheat yourself, that you allow yourself to get away with bullshit, that you indulge in a bad habit. That, whether it's food or, an addiction to something or whatever. It takes work to learn how to spot our own bullshit.
Yeah, and we have to learn to laugh with ourselves.
Yes.
Dude, I am a screw up beyond proportions. You people don't know about my past. Like, you have no idea the things that pop into my head. Some of them I can't even sleep because they were that bad. Okay? So I'm just saying. And I'm happy. And whatever, it's in the past. What can I do about it now? So just be happy, live in the moment. And you know what? Whatever, I'll screw up.
I don't know, Susan. I give you a run for your money. You are not a screw. I know the things I've done in my life.
We've all done them. We've all done them.
I got the paper trail to prove my idiocy.
You know what's crazy? Oh yeah. Oh, so do I. You know what's crazy? It's just weird. It's like the group of people I know online are like the opposite of people in the real world. Like we're sitting here being honest with ourselves and just like, you know what, here are our flaws and, we're messing up and, but we're trying. We all like, we're not like pumping ourselves up, all this big ego, I'm so great and I'm this, I'm that, blah, blah, blah. And I've had an issue with everybody on this panel. Like we've had, minor issues, nothing big. Like we've all had misunderstandings and, but we tend to just laugh it up and move on.
Right.
Well, like, we have to somehow learn how to go back to being, I think, that community. That's who I think we all came from. I don't think we came from ignorant people who hold grudges and have avatars and pretend to be things they're not. We all were a community when nature was trying to kill us, right? The wolves, the bears, the weather, everything was trying to kill us. Starvation, lack of water. So you couldn't have issues with people in your community. You had to make up because you needed everybody in your community at all times. The bigger your community, the stronger you are. The stronger your community, the better chance you have. We need more friends. We don't need less friends. We need more adults and empathetic people and folks who understand that misunderstandings happen
through the day.
We need compost toilet people because that's how.
You have a chicken in the back of your truck, Gerard?
Huh? What happened?
I hear a chicken in your car.
Taking chickens out too. Yes, that's exactly what that is.
He's a farmer now. He's a farmer.
Y'all be quiet.
He's got chickens.
Hush. They're gonna get quiet. Hush. See, the chickens are quiet now. Look at that. Look at that. Look.
I'm sorry. Listen. I heard it.
Yeah, I know, because I'm the chicken whisperer. I said, damn it, chickens, y'all need to stop. Lay some eggs. Shut up. And they see how they got quiet. Y'all see that?
Yep.
Look at that. Tell me. I forgot what we were even talking about. What were we talking about? Just rise up. People.
Yeah.
Rise up.
Right.
No, we need a bigger circle of friends. We are 7 billion cousins all over this damn planet. We don't have time to hold on to any of our own little ignorances. Laugh it up, laugh it off, move on. Let's continue. So that was Susan's point that lasted 20 minutes, but it was a good point. These are real people here, but they don't act real. They hide behind their computer screens. Let's not do that no more.
Yeah, and also I think more people have to understand, like, okay, so we say empaths, which like every word now is just like gross to me when it comes to like new agey shit. And but like we all are capable of empathy. Every human being is capable of empathy. Just some know how to use it more than others or better than others, right? And like when I'm in a situation, I'm always like, I wouldn't want to feel that way, so I'm not going to make someone else feel that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do unto others as you would have them do unto you.
Yeah.
Like treat people
that would be nice.
Right.
That would be nice, but it does not happen all the time.
No, and even when some people are being jerks, I still, because, Scorpio rising, Neptune in the first, I just have to suffer for people. Anyway, so but I will, like, stay quiet because I'm, like, trying, this person, we're all just, you know what I mean? I don't even know, I feel bad. Yeah, well, how about take that stance? Take the backroom stance and just watch the whole show.
Yeah.
Yeah, be honest and be integral with each other.
Yep.
And don't speak after the back. That would be nice.
Right.
See it from all sides.
Take your shoes off, put on the other person's shoes, and simply say, how would I want to be treated in this situation?
When we know ourselves, when we know our own bullshit, then we can see the patterns that we ourselves have in other people. And that allows us to have true empathy with them.
You're true.
because you see that your enemy is really just like you.
Yeah, we are the same. We mirror. We mirror each other.
Yeah. That's Shakespeare, by the way. So, his plays are full of a crisis point where either a choice is made to forgive or to seek revenge. And the ones that seek revenge, that goes to the tragedies. The ones that seek forgiveness and healing, those are the comedies. So it's
and that's what's happening on a collective too. With all
definitely.
And CTR and transgender and whatever group, the Republican, Democrat, whatever little freaking cult you want to join. That's what's happening now because they're like, it's like with the past and stuff. Dude, the past is the past. Get over it. I'm not trying to be mean to anybody or anything, but like bad shit happened to me in my past. If I'm going to keep living that, guess what? I'm going to keep living some shitty little existence that's never going nowhere because I'm always looking backwards. It's time to just let that shit go. Hey, this is what happened. Let's not be that way anymore and move forward. Sorry for the rants.
No, that's good. There's a scripture, ancient scripture, saying how this is ancient knowledge, that says something to the effect of, "Never let the sun set on your wrath."
Right.
Right. Meaning
what?
that before the sun sets, never let the sun set on your wrath. Yes, Susan. Exactly. Yep. That's your giraffe. Because if the sun sets on your giraffe, then you got problems. Because, a big giraffe walk around at nighttime like you on Michael Jackson's property, you got issues. Them giraffes, you know how strong a giraffe's neck is? You can't see a giraffe in the dark. All you got these long, skinny legs. You never let the sun set on your giraffe. That's in the Bible, Susan.
You said rat, giraffe, and rat. Which one is it?
Rat. All right. Rat. W.
All right, go ahead.
R-A-T-A. Rat. Never let the sun set on your wrath, meaning never go to sleep angry, right? Never go to sleep angry with anyone, right?
We learned a little poem when we were in the elementary school, like in the little school, and then at the night, because we were in the Christian school. Then we had to say a poem. On the end of the day, did I hurt somebody? Did I forget somebody? Did I say a kind word to somebody? And we had to do it and I was actually very good in very simple things. And it gets a habit because then you start reflecting from being a small kid. Because at the end of the day, we have to see what did we do this day? And then we have to ask forgiveness. And it was very simple for kids, and it was very beautiful.
Right.
Well, this is in the 12 steps of Alcoholics Anonymous, and I forget which one they are. But one of the steps is made a conscience, something about like you made a conscious effort of yourself and listed all your shortcomings, right? And then you make an honest attempt and you tell someone your shortcomings and, talk it out. And then you continue to take a daily inventory of yourself. So every night before you go to bed, you're like, did I repeat this behavior? Did I act like this? Did I, you know what I mean? Because you're going to, it's like like a teaching guide to constantly be in conscious awareness of your behavior, so you don't repeat bad behaviors.
Right.
And that's an AA.
Yeah.
Don't ask me how I know.
It's sound.
How you know? No.
Those are sound ideas. Yeah.
And don't worry. Right. And don't worry and have no consideration what the other persons are doing, the other people, right?
Yeah.
You do you.
Yeah.
You are here having your own experience.
Right.
You live as a god or goddess. You live in righteousness. And don't worry about what other people do. You focus on you, and I think that's the only way to make it, because there's always I believe in spiritual warfare, and I think that there's always these spirits that are trying to pull you down, and they're trying to pull you in, and you can't. And they work through everybody. It works through me. It works through everybody. All you got to do is eat the wrong food, like some okra or some real hot Mexican food or something, and the spirits will work through you, right? And you're just having a bad day or something's going on, and you say things you don't really mean. You do you do things you don't really mean.
Yes.
But those spirits work through everybody. So at the end of the day, you can't like let those spirits pull you down because your friend said this, that, the other. You always got to err on the side of righteousness. You always got to do the right thing. Go and apologize to people, fix things up, and maybe they accept your apology, maybe they don't. But you kick rocks, whether they do or they don't. You did what you were supposed to do. Don't worry about nobody else.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right.
Ancient knowledge. We all live or we all die as a species. There is only one race on this planet of stupidness, and that's the human race.
Yes.
Oh, we're definitely evolving into something. I don't know what, and I'm pretty sure we're going to be like 5 different species or something. But
that's because you have not seen them. Have you seen the show? Oh, you're gonna love the show, Susan. Damn it! What's the name of the show? Wayward Pines. Have you seen Wayward? You did. Oh! All right, I'm sorry. Sometimes people don't understand the things that go through me. Susan, sometimes you understand my brain. But Wayward Pines. Yeah. If y'all have not seen it, you got to see it because that is what we're evolving into. You're gonna ruin it. I don't want to ruin it.
But yeah,
you gotta watch it.
We're gonna have like, I Am Legend, zombie vampire thingies, and then there's gonna be like people, and then there might even be like giant people, or if one of those another level 4 lab leak comes out China, it could be like a goat-headed dude. You have no idea what they're doing. So yeah, I think there's gonna be a couple of us.
and that's outside of jabby jab, jibby jab, jab, jibby jab, jibby 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 jabba. That's outside of that. Like we're ignorant socially. We're evolving psychologically into monsters because we watch television and do stupid things that we see on television. But outside of people monkeying with your DNA, we are becoming, I don't know what we're going to become. I want to go with Elon Musk. I want to get on the tin can and get the hell out of here before people start growing fangs and
not with that
titties on their forehead and testicles on their feet. I don't want to be here when y'all start turning into what Bill Gates want to make y'all into. I want to get out of here.
Yeah,
I'll go live on the moon.
It's crazy, but there really are, and all those experiments on DNA and like they made that chicken egg. They added the splice the gene to make it, and it started growing a dinosaur. Did you see that? Yeah.
Yes. Because what happened? What did they do? They did something that flipped DNA, and the chicken reverted back to the dinosaur DNA, and it grew a dinosaur foot.
Yeah.
Imagine if you start freaking around with the human DNA, not that anybody's doing that if you're not reading, and all of a sudden humans start, and you get that Cro-Magnon, what's that unibrow thing? That Cro-Magnon in your forehead get like real blocky, like a Cro-Magnon, and your teeth get all big and stuff, and you a woman, you got hair growing on your neck and stuff. Like, you don't want to go back to who we used to be.
There is a series, and it is called... and there's children, they grow different. One children, they have ears of a rabbit. Some they have a nose of a pig, and then they have a deer. And that's a very good series. I forgot the name.
I think I know what you're talking about.
It's Sweet Tooth, I think, or was it Sweet? Yeah, it's very good.
I saw the previews. I didn't see the show though.
Yeah, that's a good. I like that show.
If we continue on, this is gonna be my last statement because we got to wrap this up. But if we continue on making this planet a fight club, whether physically, financially, psychologically, kindergarten, grade-wise, we keep making this planet a fight club in every way possible, people are going to start de-evolving back to
they already have
more perfect version of us. And because the environment drives your DNA, right? Your epigenetics, right? The environment modifies your DNA to make you highly adapted to the situation you're in. When you start looking at depression, when you start looking at the mental illnesses, when you start looking at the things that are happening in this world, especially now, people are going to be reverting back to that psychopathic spectrum. The epigenetics starts flipping those warrior genes, and even if you don't get, fangs coming out your nose, you're going to live in a highly violent environment unless we stop creating environments to make people monsters.
Look at the divide now between people that are using their minds to ask questions and those that are not, those that are willfully denying the evidence that is all around them. Look at the divide between those people. It's getting wider and wider and wider.
Did you say wider?
Wider, not whiter.
Yeah, I just said wider.
W-I-D-E-R.
You sure that wasn't a slip? You sure that wasn't a slip? Oh, I gotta tell you something, Jonathan.
Yeah.
All right, I'm sorry, Christine. Go ahead. I gotta tell you.
I just want to say, but with all the poison, people cannot think. It's the poison in their body. They are not able to think higher or think about what is happening because they are totally paralyzed. And I think they do stimulate things in the brain that makes you people more aggressive. I'm quite sure they do that.
I do too. I think that even like the like radio waves and signals that come from our TV, I think that does something to make us to affect our behavior.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you look at the conditions that breed violence, and that's definitely a factor in it. It definitely is. Conditions that breed violence are scarcity, competition for limited, scarce resources, deliberate creation of ignorance, blocking people from access to information that would liberate them, lack of opportunities. Yeah, go ahead.
Just even the conditioning of even just through TV shows, even though it's not real or on the news or whatever.
Yes.
Just constantly seeing violence, so then when violence happens, you're more conditioned to that being normal. You've seen it. It's been in your brain 1,000 times. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Back in my grandparents' time, it wasn't on TV everyday violence. So when something like that happened, it was big. People took it serious. Now it's just 20 people died.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's not a big deal. We just move on and scroll to the next thing. It don't affect us anymore like it used to.
Because they're slowly making us psychopathic, right? This is, they're hitting us from the left, the right, the up, the down, explosions, bombs, wars.
They're trying to
drones.
get us to be like them. They're trying to get us to be like them.
They normalize it. I was listening to a good lecture a while ago, back when I used to listen to James Fallon and the neuroscientists talk about, the warrior genes and psychopathy. And that, what a psychopath wants in general is to make the world like them, right? They want to pull more people into their realm, which is what I guess most people want to do, right? Because people create cliques and they want to make everybody else kind of like them. So I guess it makes perfectly good sense. But how do you make a world psychopathic if all the world's leaders, all the church leaders, all of the leaders at the top, all the politicians are all psychopaths? They create environments to normalize their environment. They geoengineer us psychologically through television, through, hit after hit after hit of normalizing immense amounts of violence. And this is what I think you're talking about, Susan, is that, after a while, it's no big deal.
Mm-hmm.
You just some people died, people got shot, they got killed, stabbed, whatever. Okay, what's for dinner? Wherein I remember when I was a kid growing up in the Washington, D.C. area, and you would turn on the news and you would hear about all these people who died in the city because of crack cocaine and what was happening at the time. It was devastating. Mm-hmm. It was horrifying. And now people can talk about gang violence over Thanksgiving dinner like it's no thing. So,
right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And this is why I don't watch TV. I don't turn the damn TV on at all. I
don't have a TV.
I don't want anything they have normalized in my brain, from pharmaceutical commercials to the violence to, the little solutions to the junk food that they put on television. None of that's food.
And the
None of that is
sexualizing of everything and every children, everything is sex.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really, yeah.
So
Gross.
anyway,
Well-
so let's wrap it up. Let's wrap up
Right.
this bag of ugly crop circle snakes.
No, crop circles were okay. And the thing was off.
I'm
The
leaving
thing
off,
is okay.
off on Christine's sex.
I didn't
You
know.
froze.
What did you
I don't know.
Froze. You only
That broke up.
froze.
All I heard was Christine and sex. What? What happened? Christine and
No, I
sex?
didn't
What?
say.
Huh?
Because she said
What?
everything is sex, and then you said let's wrap it up. So I was saying I'm going with Christine's everything is sex.
You little dirty birdie, get your mind out the gutter, girl. Dirty birdie. Wrap it up could have been a burrito. It could have been some saran wrap.
Her blush and mess with her sometimes.
It could have been leftovers. You just had to take it to the darkness. All right. Somebody summarize this.
Everything is female or male. How about that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything is female and
No,
male.
no 5 million
Everything is
genders.
female.
Let's keep it simple.
Right.
Right. Everything is what you want it to be. That's my stance. I don't believe in identity.
Yeah,
I think
that's true.
you are you. You are you. Whatever you are, male, female,
Yeah.
Morlock,
But weirder than that.
zygote, whatever you are, I'm fine. Mermaid, unicorn, I'm fine with all your identities. You be you, and I won't create any categories to put you in. So I won't even say everything is male and female. I think you got 7 billion different vibrational creatures on this planet, and none of the identities of the monkeys actually fit to the vibrational energy. That's my stance.
Okay, but go ahead and try to fix your pipes without a male or female part. That's all I'm saying.
See, your Home Depot is coming through, girl. It's coming right. It's shining on through. You know. See, you was working in the pipe section today, wasn't you? You was down at PVC.
I wasn't.
You was working at PVC today. Did you do?
It's like, yeah,
Because you're right and you're wrong at the same time.
I want some like liberal freak out, 27 gender thing. I was like, I want someone to come in here right now and ask me for a part and me be like, female or male. I want that to happen so bad.
You know what? I could actually challenge that. I could actually challenge that.
My parts.
Yeah.
I could challenge that. So I now went to Home Depot, and y'all know I put the wind turbine up with some steel pipe from Home Depot. One side male, the other side female. Screwed the two together, put the wind turbine up. While I was away dealing with pony issues in El Paso, a windstorm came through and broke the pipe right where the male part went in the female part. So now what is the pipe?
Gender neutral.
Exactly. It ain't neither one of them. All right. I'm sorry. That's stupid. I gotta fix the wind turbine later. So anyway, that's another discussion. All right, y'all, let's wrap it up. We gotta do summaries. I gotta get out of here.
Sorry.
Summaries.
Okay.
Somebody send us out.
Okay.
I've got a small one here. Okay.
Yeah, do
This is chapter 48. Learning consists in daily increase. You accumulate knowledge. But the practice or the way of the Tao consists in daily decrease. Yoda says, you must unlearn what you have learned.
Mhm.
Keep on decreasing and moreover decreasing again until you reach the state of not doing. Not doing, and yet nothing is left undone. To win the world, you must renounce it. If one still has private ends to serve, one will never be able to win the world.
Good talk. You have to empty your cup to fill it.
That's right.
Yeah.
You have to release this world to actually start to control your world. Amen, church. Somebody else got a good word to send us out on?
No, it's a good, perfect end.
Yeah.
Just be humble, I think. That's all we
Yes.
can use. Humbleness.
Yes.
Humble.
Keep an eye on yourself.
Quality.
Humble
Amen.
mind.
Yes. Yeah.
And don't
I
worry
had a
about
beautiful
anybody else.
dream. I had a beautiful dream. We were camping And we came, and I was early up, and I went outside of the tent, and all animals, like the lion, the sheep, and they were all next to each other, very peaceful. It was really kind of, surreal, but very peaceful, in a very nice light.
Hear that, Gerard? Lions and sheep. Get on it.
Yeah, that's actually the future. That's actually, but it was like
hopefully
prophetic.
not in the same pen, Gerard. Keep them separate.
No, in the future they can go nicely next to each other. It's
at least
symbolic.
until the golden age.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It was very nice.
Yeah, nice.
You can raise lions and sheep together. You can raise, what is it, the bear, the tiger, and the lion, right? They raised them together on that farm, and they all became best friends.
Yeah, they totally get along.
So you can't tell me, the only reason you can't have a Mark Kutchuk and a Beaufont and a Diane together because they all grew up separate. So they're all in conflict with you. But if you put them together, they'd all be the best friends. And that thing we need to, I think about from a global conflict perspective and even local conflict. If your environment were different and you grew up depending on those people, you wouldn't be the a-hole that you are. All right, there you go. That's it. All right, right. Yeah, let's have a great day now. That's it. All right, listen. This is Gerard, Christine, Jonathan, and Susan. You guys have a wonderful day. We love you to death. This was Forbidden Knowledge, an ongoing conversation, which means it'll never stop because we're stupid and we forgot too much. So we got to keep talking about it. Y'all have a great day.
Break the chains that bind me, 'cause I wanna break the chains that bind you. Do you wanna set the world free, have perfect harmony? Isn't it time for that? Do you wanna free, boom, 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 free the people? Do you wanna free, boom, 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 free the people from the bottom to the top? Make modern slavery stop. Do you want to let go of the prisoners? See everyone happy. We can have this and more if we open up the doors. Well, what do you think about that? Do you want to free, boom, boom, free the people? Do you want to free, boom, boom, free the people and Mother Nature too? Close down all the zoos. Do you want to boom, 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 boom? Do you want to boom, 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 boom? Do you want to free, boom, boom, free the people? Do you want to free?